Alright, at the beginning of the episode, we can see Thomas happily puffing on his branch line. Thomas arrived at Tidmouth station, and here we can see our first goof. Annie and Clarabelle's roofs are crooked. In this scene, look at the background. That signal box has a hole in it. Hole made by Donald's tender in the episode Breakman. Don't tell me that for such a long time they didn't rebuild the wall yet.
You could almost manage it without me. Thomas had become conceited.
He doesn't look conceited, he has a tired face mask. Also, look how his driver is clearly shaven. In the next scene, he has a beard. Later, he boasted to the others. And look again, previously we saw a signal box with a hole in it, but now there's Donald's tender. Next morning, the firelighter came. Thomas was groused comfortably as the worm sped through his boiler. Bessie and Toby were sleeping.
Silly stick in the mud.
But this isn't the way they were facing previously. Moments before, there were houses, but now there's the station building. Also, why is one of Toby's windows completely open? He wasn't that open previously.
Thomas thought he was being clever. Really, he was only moving because a careless cleaner had meddled with his controls. He soon found his mistake. He tried to whee, but he couldn't. He tried to stop, but he couldn't. He just kept rolling along.
Wait a minute, wasn't he passing the station building previously? If yes, he passed through there twice.
Look at what was coming next. There was the station master's house.
And tracks leading to a wall.
The station master was about to have breakfast.
Thomas was about to crash, so he shut his eyes.
Horrors! Cried Thomas, and shut his eyes. The house rocked. Broken glass tinkled. Plaster was everywhere. Thomas had collected a bush on his travels. He peered into the room through its leaves. He couldn't speak. The station master was furious. His wife picked up her plate. "You miserable engine," she scolded. "Just look what you've done to our breakfast. Look what you've done. Look what you've done to our breakfast. To our breakfast. Now I shall have to cook some more. Look what you've done. Look what you've done to our. Look what you've done breakfast. Look what you've done breakfast. Now I shall have to cook some more." She banged the door. More plaster fell. This time it fell on Thomas.
Soon, Donald and Douglas arrived. They were pulling Thomas out of the house.
Bits of fencing, the bush, and a broken window frame festooned his front.
Now hang on a minute. See that red thing? It's actually Thomas's buffer beam, and can be easily spotted by viewer that this bent buffer beam is put it on his normal one. Soon there was worse to come.
You are a very naughty engine.
The bush seems to be different than previously.
Thomas's voice was muffled behind his bush.
Also, his eyes are wonky.
It will be a long job. Yes, sir.
Look closely to Sir Topham Hatt's mouth. There can be seen faded marks of where a smile had been.
Meanwhile, a diesel rail car will do your work. A diesel, sir? Thomas spluttered. Yes, Thomas. Diesels always stay in their sheds till they are wanted. Diesels never gallivant off to breakfast in station masters' houses.
Now, before I end this episode, I wanna point out that Toby's tracks ends here. So those are all of the goofs found in Season 2 episode Thomas Comes to Breakfast. I hope you all enjoyed this video, my dear train lovers, and I'll see you next time.